On day 3, for the first time ever, we actually woke up at a proper time. We didn't sleep in. We did what we had to do and got up when it was dark at 4 a.m.
It's 5 in the morning. Franklin convinced me that we should get up early and go hike this thing.
We're gonna do this thing today or never.
Yeah, so it's an early start, but I guess the carrot at the end of the string is we're gonna be getting ready to go down and drink some beer and eat some nice food and sleep in a warm hotel room tonight. So, Frankie?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Not too cold yet. The boots are cold and hard though.
We got up at least you know, almost 1,000 vertical feet before the sun came out. We were happy about that. We were making good momentum. The day was going to be great. We knew the weather was going to be on our side.
One of the beautiful things about like starting early that I don't think we've ever experienced is what's right behind me here, and that's this sunrise. Because we've always been in the tent at sunrise, and now we're about an hour and a half into our hike, and we're making great progress today. I think we're both feeling a lot more positive than we thought we would yesterday. So, you know, we started in the dark, and now to see the sun coming up, what a beautiful sight. Like, it's just cresting the horizon, and it couldn't be a nicer day.
You know, as the sun came up and we continued on the trail, what happens is you really lose sight of the mountain. Mount Lady Washington is in your foreground, and you have to really walk pretty much all the way around it to begin to see it again. So you walk all the way around it, and then you basically climb up into the boulder field. So you know, it's a while where you don't see the mountain. And then when we got up into the boulder field, it was such that you know, it was great. You know, beautiful weather. We knew we had a lot of that no bad weather was coming in.
We worked our way through the boulder field, and you know, that particular day was absolutely. You really couldn't have asked for a better day. It was ideal climbing conditions. It was probably in the sun +3. There's very, very calm winds, blue skies. It was ideal. The stars aligned for us. It was our time. It was our, if any time was our time to go for summit, it was that day.
From the boulder field up to Chasm View, that is a bit of a hike. You know, it's a lot of it's off trail. There's a lot of you know, kind of scratch and claw on your way up.
Well, we're just coming up to Chasm View, and it's definitely steep. I mean, everything always looks a lot easier from a distance. It's just we're getting into thin oxygen now. We're probably pushing, we're probably right around 13,500 feet, roughly, and we're just kind of taking our time because I got a little bit of a headache, but you know what? We're just coming into the part where it's going to get difficult, and we're going to have to make our decisions what we're doing.
And I do know that at the time that we got up to Chasm View, our fears were really coming true because we had really good you know, views of the technical section that we'd have to climb.
It was still a beautiful day. We were confident the weather was going to hold out, but it was pretty well right at that time when we settled down at Chasm View, and it was kind of getting ready to get our gear on, that I looked at the angle and the pitch of the north face, and by no means is it an overly difficult climb, but it's the exposure.
I can't say that I felt really confident about climbing the mountain that day. You know, after a couple of days being on the mountain, I felt good physically, but I just didn't feel like I had a really good, you know, comfort level with the gear like I used to. And we realized pretty quickly at Chasm View that it wasn't going to work, and that we probably could have made it work, but it would have been very uncomfortable.
So we've been going for what, 6 hours roughly?
Scare down.
We've probably been going in our heads since yesterday about whether or not we're properly prepared for this climb. I think we're prepared with gear. We came prepared, you know, physically. I think we have the ability to climb it, but we didn't have the preparation.
We don't have the balls.
The biggest problem with this climb is every time we come here, we get to this point, just up above us. We've been maybe 2 pitches above that. And we get up there and we don't know where to go. And you just saw the face, there's some footage of the face. If you ever fell or you make a mistake up there, there's no forgiveness, there's no going home.
Yeah, it's regrettable. It's regrettable to get this far and say, let's pack it in. I mean, it's, you know, we're to stand down there and take a look up. We're almost there.
I mean, we have not come prepared. We have in past years come here and had to turn back, and we were climbing on a regular basis and knew our knots and knew our all of our anchors.
I was about to go to sleep last night, and Buck goes, "How do we get anchor in at the top again? How would you belay me? Because if I fall." So we had a half-hour conversation. We kind of worked it out in our heads, but
no, but I don't think lying in the tent the night before and questioning how to do anchors is the way to do this. And I think I know if I went up what I'd need to do to anchor and to belay Frank up. But that's not good enough to think that. And not with this dangerous pitch and the exposure, because whether you go off the diamond or you go off to the left of us, either way is probably immediate death. Like it's fatal. So we can't do that, and it's not in my heart. And I definitely think I would be making the wrong decision for myself and for Frank if I was to try to push us to go up there. Now we're going to go down and pack up as quick as we can and go drink some beers in Boulder, Colorado.
woohoo!
So I was disappointed. I was disappointed that we had come that far. I was disappointed that the weather was so perfect to go further, that we had so much time because we had planned it so well that we wouldn't be able to do it.
It's definitely a shame that we haven't been to the top of that mountain. It's definitely disappointing that we've had to turn around 5 times. But what is good is that we've spent some great times up in that mountain. We've seen some scenery that people will never see in their entire life. We've had some great times as friends climbing together, and nobody can take that away. And yeah, the icing on the cake would be see the scenery from the summit, and the icing on the cake would be to get to the top. But we've gotten to eat the cake, just without the icing.